Now we get to the other part of balanced achievement called catching kids up. How do we take kids who are behind, below grade level, and catch them up? We know remediation doesn't do it. We've got about 35, 40 years of research from Title I and special ed that says the longer a child's in a remedial setting, the further behind grade level they get. So how are schools dealing with the subgroups of kids who is English as a second language and the students with disabilities? How are they being successful getting 90% of those kids on or above grade level? How are schools that are meeting AYP continuing to do that even when they have significant numbers in their students with disabilities and ESL and students with poverty? So got to really look at what they did. And one of the things that they did was they turned the model around. They said if students need extra work, they need that work to be able to make the student successful in that class. Students are going to have to be in an inclusion setting. They have to get the curriculum for which they're going to be assessed on. The problem is if a student has significant disabilities, the gap between where that student is should be on grade level and where that student really is too great for an inclusion teacher, because an inclusion teacher doesn't have enough time or intensity with that student to actually catch that student up. So we saw some schools back in the early 2000, 1999, 2000, 2001. We began seeing some schools doing something very different. They took some time for remediation and they decreased that time. They spent about 60 to 70% of their time previewing for those students and only 30 to 40% working on current work, homework, remediation. And what that did was that when a student walked into the class, they were ready for that class. They had the vocabulary, they had the concept, they had some background information, they had some learning support and some scaffolding in which they could then put those pieces together. So it really turned everything around.